A manhunt underway.
I was like, something's wrong. I grabbed my dad and started running.
After a mass shooting at a 4th of July parade. A Florida teen scheduled to have her leg amputated today.
Socking it in the face, and then I poked its eyes, and then I tried to latch it off of me with my fingers, and then it bit my hand.
After her brother saved her from a shark attack. And rally over Roe versus Wade.
Just can't believe that my daughter won't have a right that I thought all women had in this country.
In front of the U.S. Supreme Court. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Elena Key.
I'm Amanda Gray. Today's Tuesday, July 5th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
The manhunt is over. The person of interest in the sniper-style Independence Day parade shooting is in police custody this morning. 6 people killed at a parade near Chicago yesterday.
And as CNN's Mike Valerio reports, we now know the identity of one of those victims.
After an intense hours-long manhunt, police caught and arrested the suspect.
His name is Robert Bobby E. Crimo, C-R-I-M-O III. He is 22 years of age.
Several people were killed and more than 24 injured at a community parade in Highland Park, Illinois, about 25 miles north of Chicago. The popular event featured floats, marching bands, and a children's bike and pet parade.
It was very early in the parade, so the fire trucks and the ambulance, the beginning of the parade had gone by, and then the more open floats were coming by, and then we all heard like a pop, 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 and I think everybody just thought, oh, maybe there's something with the float.
Witnesses described parents and children sprinting for safety, leaving chairs and strollers behind as the realization set in that something terrible was happening.
Everyone thought it was fireworks. Everyone's like, oh, fireworks. And I was like, something's wrong. I grabbed my dad and started running.
Authorities believe the suspect shot randomly and indiscriminately into the crowd using a high-power rifle from the roof of a business he was able to access via an unsecured ladder. He's believed to have acted alone.
We are learning the identity of the first of the 6 victims, Jackie Sundheim, the name released just a couple minutes ago. Her congregation, her synagogue here in the North Shore, describing her as a lifelong member who started out as a preschool teacher, cultivating her ties with the congregation as the years went on. The hardest part of today and the days going forward will be learning the identities and the stories of the remaining 5 victims. That's the latest here in Highland Park. I'm Mike Valerio. Back to you.
Parents in Fort Myers are facing murder charges this morning after their child dies from starvation. The parents, Sheila O'Leary and Ryan O'Leary, claim to be vegans, feeding their children only raw fruits and vegetables. Police believe the diet caused the death of their toddler and the severe malnutrition of their other children. Sheila is sentenced to life in prison starting July 25th. Ryan goes to trial later this year.
This morning, investigators from the CDC believe they have found the source for Florida's Listeria outbreak. They believe it all started at an ice cream company called Big Olaf Creamery. The brand of ice cream is only sold in Florida, and the manufacturer has employed sellers to stop distributing the product for the time being. The CDC warns anyone who has purchased the product should throw it away and thoroughly clean any areas that it may have come in contact with.
Pro-choice activists marking Independence Day by picketing in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. Reporter Yvette Franco from our D.C. bureau is in Washington this morning.
As millions of people celebrate the 4th of July, activists gather in front of the Supreme Court to advocate for abortion rights.
Our body, our choice. Our body, our choice.
As some states move to impose abortion bans, hundreds of activists from different cities across the country came together to rally in support of abortion access.
Raise your hand if you know someone who's a victim of sex.
Because I actually had an illegal abortion in Mexico when I was 16. I came out to a family member. I am bisexual, and he thought that, by assaulting me, he was going to fix who I love. And my family did not support my desire to get an abortion, so they were going to force me to carry to term. So I ended up going to an unlicensed, it was a med student, and I got septic uterus, which is deadly.
With Roe gun, parents like Summer express their concern about how the Supreme Court can negatively impact the future of their children.
This is my civil right. I'm afraid
just can't believe that my daughter won't have a right that I thought all women had in this country, and I just wanted to be here to be present to show that I am not in agreement with the Supreme Court decision and that abortion is a healthcare issue, that women should have the right to decide what to do with their own body.
Despite some pro-abortion activists feel disappointed at the White House for not having a concrete plan to defend abortion rights, they say it is important to vote in the midterm elections.
So everybody just try to find someone, maybe like 10 friends, it's easy to do. Try to get them to vote.
To actually get out and vote and unseat those people, because this nation not only has Catholics.
With pain and frustration, activists saying midterm elections could determine the future of abortion rights, as they're concerned about Republicans taking the majorities in the coming years. From Washington, D.C., reporting for the South Florida Media Network, Yvette Franco.
Today, the winners of Coney Island's annual hot dog eating contest celebrate their victory of 4th of July. The Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest is held every year on Independence Day. Here, the first place winners for both men's and women's division have the chance to take home a $1,000 prize. This year's champions were Mickey Sudo and Joey Chestnut.
The Marlins spending Independence Day in our nation's capital and looking for a 4-game sweep against the Nationals.
That's still ahead, and so this story.
So I was in the water scalloping, and next thing I knew, a shark just come up at me and started attacking me.
Her brother is her hero. Florida teen lost her leg in a shark attack but escaped with her life thanks to his quick action. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Saved from a shark, a Florida teen will go into surgery today, but she says she feels closer to her brother than ever after what he did. She is grateful for her life this morning after her brother rescued her from a shark attack.
It was along the Florida Panhandle Thursday. A shark attacked Addison Bethea as she searched for scallops. Although she tried to fight the shark off, it bit her hand and her leg. As a result of the attack, Addison is getting her leg amputated above the knee in Tallahassee today. She believes without her brother, she would have died.
He's always been kind of like a hero to me. Ever since we were little, he's always been there, and I don't really expect anything less of him, to be honest.
Her brother, Rhett, jumped into action and fought the shark off Addison before carrying her to a boat which took her to the mainland.
The Miami Marlins have a lot to celebrate this morning after winning 5 games in a row. Yesterday's victory against the Nationals in Washington completed a 4-game sweep. The game went into extra innings with the final score Miami 3, Washington 2. The Marlins are back home today to play the Angels.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Amanda Gray.
I'm Elena Key. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.